All right, so welcome to, you guys can hear me, right? I didn't accidentally mute myself. Okay. Because I know that happens sometimes. It's so embarrassing. Okay, so let me share my screen. Um, okay, you guys can see this? Thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, so welcome to our team call. It's October 12th. My favorite month, only because it's my birthday, but other than that, it's really rainy and gray and I don't like it. But whatever, we're just going to deal with it. So just a couple announcements. Ashley's not on here, even though she said she would, but she hit Success Club in her first month. Beachbody just started notifying like more of the, if you have anyone in your downline hit any specific ranks or goals, like you actually get an email notification. So that was the last email notification I got. So there's a lot of coaches that hit Success Club their first month, but this is just a brand new thing that I'm going to start announcing. Hammer and Chisel. So I don't know if you guys know this, and it's a great little business builder as well as being able to get Hammer and Chisel, the Beachbody Performance line, a couple other goodies completely for free. Basically what you do is you post if you do it on Instagram, and it seems like they're choosing all the videos on Instagram. So 15 seconds of you doing the workout. So like just a little, like you've probably seen my videos. They're just 15 seconds of me doing a couple moves from Hammer and Chisel. And if you hashtag it, be a master, and then hashtag contest, and then tag the official Hammer and Chisel page on Instagram and on Facebook, every single day they're picking out a winner, and you can win like the whole bundle package. So it's a great way to perhaps get the performance line and Hammer and Chisel for free, as well as showing people what it's all about. So it's a win-win situation for us. So there's a new email training that's available. So right now, instead of doing the Girl Boss Boot Camp, we're always changing and seeing what works. There's a really great email training that's available. And all of you who are Emerald and above, so level 3 groups, you guys all have access to this. But if you're not level 3, get to Emerald, and then you can start leading, a team of your own. And even if you have one coach, that's still a team. Like you are a leader the second you sign up a coach. And so there's the email training. What I like about it is that instead of us just throwing information at you and then you logging on Facebook and being like super overwhelmed and just like going crazy, it's like 12 assignments. So it's basically the Girl Boss Bootcamp into 12 assignments. And what I really like about it is because we don't, like, basically I send out an email and then we don't move, or your sponsor coach sends out an email, and then you have to complete the assignment. So there's always going to be like, what did you do what Shakeology did you drink? What workout did you do? And then a specific social media assignment. And then we don't move on unless you do it. So what I like about it is that we actually see your work before we move on in the training. And that way we're not just spurring out info as you like miss everything. So I really like that. Then in level 3, we tried out a new thing called the happy hour. Sorry, my dog is like chewing on my hand over here. So we tried out a happy hour event that we're going to start implementing. So we kind of like looked at how it was, and it was really cool. Basically, instead of like the sneak peeks, this is just something that is in trial, and I think we're going to do it once a week and just see how it works. And I was sad because I didn't have prospects in here, but I was watching the other coaches literally sign up each other, like sign up their prospects, and there was so much excitement. And it's just a 1-hour event on Facebook. So you tell your prospects, like, are you available? Anybody that's interested in coaching throughout the week, as you invite people, you just say at 5 o'clock on Thursday. It's okay if you're a little late, or it's okay if you miss it, but if you're available at 5 o'clock on Thursday, just an example, and come into this group, and we basically post a welcome video. We had like a little raffle and some prizes that, like a flavor of Shakeology, and someone raffled off like a shaker cup. And basically we post a welcome video and then our whys, and then people just post, it was very interactive, like drop a selfie below to win a Shakeology, and we see all the people that are participating, and we share our videos and experiences, and they really see the team culture. So instead of it being stretched out into 3 days, it's literally just 1 hour long. And Stephanie posted a video like how to sign up, and people are commenting like, bam, I'm signing up today. Like everyone was getting super excited. So it's really cool. We're going to start doing these, I think, once a week and then at different times. So maybe one week we do it Monday at 3 p.m. The next week we do it Wednesday at 10 p.m. Like just different times just to see what works for everyone, and maybe a weekend. And it's just all experimental. So we'll see how that goes. And I just wanted to catch you guys up on that. So how I do these team calls, as you notice, they're not every single Monday just because I don't always have something to say, but usually I do a team call when I struggle with something, and I know if I'm struggling with something, then everyone else is probably struggling with it. So I lately made a new routine for myself. So at Summit, I learned a lot, like in terms of like how to set up your morning in such a way that it impacts the rest of your day. So instead of doing personal development at night, I started doing it first thing in the morning. And that really helped me. Like I will wake up, ignore all notifications. I open up, like someone's house can be on fire and I don't care. Like I'm going to ignore that and go, no, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? Like I'm just going to ignore all the notifications that I get on my phone. I think I turn off Facebook and Instagram so I don't get those notifications, except unless you send me a PM. So then I'll see it on my phone, but I'll ignore it anyway. And I turn on something really inspirational. Like right now I'm listening to an audiobook called Business Secrets from the Bible. And then I have all my podcasts and et cetera, et cetera. And so I'll lay in bed and listen to it for 30 to 60 minutes. Sometimes I want like an hour and a half. And so I would literally will just lay in bed, lounge around, and sometimes I'll just, I'll get up and like brush my teeth and I'll still be going. So I do that, and it really sets me up in a positive mindset. And that just in itself changed my business. And lately I've been kind of slacking on my invites. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have not been doing my invites, and I've just kind of been posting and thinking I can just get away with posting and people see my posts. And as a result of that, I had Success Club 20 last month, and this month it is already October 12th, and I'm at Success Club 0. So I'm sort of freaking out. And so I realized that, what am I doing wrong? And so now I set up a little routine for myself, and I thought if I can start my morning in such a positive mindset with my personal development, I will continue ignoring all my notifications. So no checking in on the groups, no posting anything, just legit just opening my laptop. And the first thing I do is sorry, I'm like rambling at this point. Another thing quickly I wanted to mention is you can turn off, Fina, I'm going to kill you, is you can turn off your chat, like when you're on your laptop working, you can turn off the Facebook chat, you can turn off the news feed. I have the news feed completely blocked, and I can actually show you guys what my news feed always looks like. It says don't get distracted by Facebook, and so I never see the news feed on my laptop, and I don't get distracted. My chat is always off, so messages don't just pop up. All I see are these numbers, and sometimes I wish I could turn those off too. But anyway, shoot, why is this being blocked? Okay, so the very first thing I do is to send 5 friend requests to people that I'm mutual friends with, and then right away I'll send out 10 invites to 10 new people. And I just started this today, and I made a promise to the team in the level 3 group last night that I would do it. And this is exactly what I did today, and it felt so good. I feel so productive. Everything productive, all my business building activities were done by the time I got really into like more management type stuff. And then I just use the Facebook script, which is my invite script that we had a team call on. And then only upon above completion am I allowed to reply to messages, so I won't go back and reply. So this is all literally just new things, like finding new people. And then I'll do other things. And so my business building activities are done first before moving on to managing activities. And so another thing I really want to talk to you guys about is not confusing management versus building. And that's something that we all always confuse. Like sometimes I am scrolling on Instagram and thinking I'm working, but I'm really not. And so I just want to show you guys kind of like what the difference is and how you can, you never know how much time you end up wasting until you really analyze and assess what you're doing on social media every day. And, we don't want to do Beachbody. We don't want to sit on Facebook all day long, because if our prospects see us on social media all day long and only doing Beachbody all day long and not having a life outside of Beachbody, they're never going to want to join us, because that's not what we're all about. We're all about creating freedom so we can do other things. Like we can go travel and go to the movies and, you know, hang out with our friends and just know that everything's taken care of because we have this amazing business that we've built. And so we don't have to worry about things like income or going to work or having a boss or anything like that. So building, what is building? Sending out friend requests, starting new conversations with people. So nobody old, brand new conversations. And if you're constantly sending out friend requests every single day, you should always have new people. And so kind of my system for sending friend requests and inviting people, I know some people, you know, they kind of don't understand, like, who am I supposed to friend request? So what I do is I go to, here, I'll show you guys. So I go here and then I go on friends and then find friends. And so here's a whole list of suggestions. So what I do is I'll look for people who I have at least one mutual friend with, and make sure that the people that I have mutual friends with are not any of my downline. Like, I don't want to take away anybody from my downline. So if I have a brand new coach, you know, most people will go, you know, most people are sometimes attracted to more of the leaders. So they'll see that this person has a lot more followers and a lot more engagement. So they see their posts instead of their downline posts first. So I try to make sure that I'm always going away from my downline. So I never take away customers or coaches from my downline and let them have, you know, all these people and, you know, grow their own networks. So I make sure that I'm not friend requesting, first of all, coaches. So I kind of look at their profile. I make sure, again, that I'm not taking anyone away from my downline. And then I'm starting new. So as I add new people to my network, then I start new conversations with them. And I know that this person most likely isn't already a coach and is not working with a coach. You know, sometimes the system isn't perfect, but, you know, it's just whatever. And then following up with prospects. So again, following up with people who have not signed up yet, and then making new posts aimed at attracting new prospects and old and catching their attention again. So you're not just posting to post, you're not just posting a cup of your coffee and not even putting a caption in it or saying, what is the significance of this cup of coffee? So managing, again, is scrolling through your newsfeed, posting just to post, checking up on groups to see how everyone is doing. You know, that's not going to get you Success Club points to check in how your customers and coaches are doing at the time. You know, if you're sitting at Success Club 50 and you signed up like 20 coaches that month, fine, like waste away the rest of the month however you want. You know what I mean? So chatting with a customer or coach, I get caught up with chatting with my coaches and customers all the time because, you know, we become friends in this business and we have fun with each other. So sometimes we just want to chat with each other all day long, and that is also not building your business. And then seeing how your team is doing in online office and constantly refreshing your online office and seeing what's going on there is not going to build your business either. And I want to stress that both activities are very important. You want to build and manage at the same time, but you want to do more building than managing, especially if you're not yet like 3-time 15-star and Lindsay Matway. You know, Lindsay Matway can get away with more managing, even though she continues to build, and it's freaking amazing. Her business is crazy. So managing over building. If you spend more time managing than building, your business will stagnate. Your paychecks will either stay the same or start dwindling down. And you're going to get frustrated with not hitting Success Club, and you're going to exhaust your market really fast. So if you're not continuously talking to new people and you're talking to old people, you're going to find that you have no one to talk to. And so if you build more than manage, you will see progression, growing weekly paychecks, hitting Success Club consistently, and always having someone new to talk to. And I just wanted to put a little note in here. We all fall prey to management mode thinking. We are building, but we are not. So examine your daily activities and really take an honest look at what you're doing. I know it's hard to talk to new people as an introvert and as being someone who's really shy and does not like to go out unless it's like with my really close friends. And I never really liked meeting new people before I became a coach. And that's still, you know, that's still part of my core personality. So even to this day, I still dread the invites. assignments, but just getting them out of the way first thing in the morning or as soon as you sit down to work. You know, in college, I couldn't do this in the morning because I was already waking up at 4 a.m. So to wake up even earlier would be insane for me. And so I would work around like 5 to 9 p.m. every night. And so instead of just like wasting away that period, you know, you just get it done right away and then you can just breathe. And if you guys read Eat That Frog, the personal development book, you will know that this is basically eating your frog, doing the hardest part first thing. And so you only have, again, I would just want to say you only have so much time in a day, and I want you guys to all enjoy your life. You know, I don't want you to spend all your time on Beachbody. This is a power hour, really is meant to be an hour a day. You can build a 6-figure business in an hour a day. You don't need that much time. And your followers will relate to you so much better when you post, because then you have ideas to post about other things if you're doing other things. And then I just wanted to do a quick canva.com tutorial because a lot of people ask me how I do my images. I don't know this. I don't know, like, for instance, PicMonkey.com, I made a tutorial on before. And then on my old laptop, it broke. I couldn't save the images for some reason. So I haven't used PicMonkey.com in like months. So I kind of forgot how to use it. But I use Canva.com now. And what I love about Canva is it just makes your images look so professional. And, you know, we're not all graphic artists. We're not all like amazing, you know, with our, you know, we have our apps and stuff like that, but sometimes you just want to take it to the next level or make like an ebook, you know, for clean eating challenges. This is exactly what I use to make all my ebooks and all my little, so I'll show you like what I've made in here. So all my little like team call tonight posts I make in Canva. I have like, this is one of my ads that I am running right now. It's another like these little posts. Fina, hold on, sorry you guys, let me let my dog out. Oh. He like chewed up my whole hand and now he's whining. Okay, so I make these little graphics, you know, sorry. And like the October challenge, how I make my little photo a day challenges is all made in Canva. Like my ebook, my little free ebook that you can sign up for on my Instagram so I can collect people's email addresses. I made it through Canva and it's really easy to do. And so I just want to show you guys like a basic tutorial just if in case you haven't explored canva.com yet and you're wondering how, you know, how to make these little professional images and make really cute like announcements for new coaches. And it just takes your like social media to the next level. And I also made this in here. A lot of people ask me how I made this little thing. And I know how to use this as simple as possible. There's so many, I know Brooke, who's another coach on another team, she's a 5-star diamond. She makes a very extensive like tutorial into this. But basically, so what I use is I'll either use social media, Facebook post, sometimes the Instagram post, and then if I wanted to make the ebook, I think I would go to, I think there is one that's called ebook. There wasn't before, but now, before I would use US letter or A4 or something like that. Now you can use blogging and ebooks. And so basically pretend you want to make just a Facebook post or you have a picture and you just want to put things on it in little text and you don't want to use your phone because you can do all this through your phone. There are some built-in things in here like, you know, I don't know this. And you'll notice that some of them cost money and nothing costs more than $1 an item in Canva. So sometimes for ads, if you're planning on like in the future running Facebook ads and you want to use like professional images, for instance, let me just start this over. Hold on. So if you want to make like an ad, so you search fitness girl or something like that, and there's already like built-in images and PNGs, so you can put like this girl here, and this is like $1 a piece, so you can either pay for it or use the free stuff. There's a lot of free stuff on here, and then you can go to text and add like free bod challenge, and then you can edit the text and make it, you know, different fonts and different, oops, different sizes, different colors. You can add, if you go to uploads, you'll see how I upload all my images. So I make all my new coach or emerald coach. You can see some of your pictures are probably in here. All my little announcements and things and ebooks that I've ever made, I made it all from canva.com. And I don't think I've ever paid for an image through here. I'm not sure. And there's like little icons, and just it's a lot of fun. So I highly recommend using Canva and playing around with it. Just to take, because we're all about making images as attractive as possible. So it's just another option for you. And another thing I wanted to mention is I know some of the leaders are getting kind of frustrated, and some of it, and like the downline is getting very frustrated because it is slow season. And although we all know it, I know it's totally easy to get really frustrated when not a lot of people say yes and we get a lot of no's. I know, like, just be prepared to hear a lot of no's. It's mid-October, end of December and beginning of January trust me, it's going to pick up. And the excitement is going to come in January. Like, I experienced New Year's resolution time in the Beachbody business, of course, last year. And literally, I remember waking up New Year's Day around, like, I don't know, noon or something like that. And my best friend's like, oh my God, your phone has been blowing up for the last, I don't know how long. And I literally had messages up the butt, like so many messages, and so many people wanted to join all my groups. And I think I hit like Success Club 50 that month or something like that. But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't stay consistent in September, October, November, December, because people would not have known who to come New Year's resolutions time. And if you really want to harvest your seeds that are planted, and if you're going to be someone who just gives up right now and thinks, okay, I'm going to start my business all over again, I'm just going to get back to it in January when people are actually interested. Well, you're going to legit like start all over again in January, because nobody's going to come to you, because nobody knows what you're doing, because they're going to see that there's other serious coaches who are still posting and still working out and still inviting in the fall and winter, and they're going to want to go to them. So the harvest will only come if you're planting seeds right now. And, and January includes new coaches as well. New coach signups is not just fitness thing. Everyone just wants a whole life change come January for some reason. And so do not be discouraged by slow season. And the reason why I mention this again, and I know that I already made a talk on this, is because this gets to me as well. And any problems that I have, I know the downline has as well. So I just want to remind you guys, I'm so thankful you guys came to the team call, and just so I can talk about this and you can hear it one more time. And again, I'm at Success Club 0 right now, so I totally understand it's slow. And just how I said, if you give up now, you won't benefit at all from New Year's resolutions. The coaches who kept pushing through slow will. And get in the mindset to just get as many no's as possible. If you haven't read the book, Go for No. It's really life-changing, and it helps you understand, like, it completely desensitizes you to the word no or any response besides yes that you could get through your invites. And of course, some of those will be yeses in the end. And that's all I got for you guys now. There's a level 2 call. I don't know who's presenting or what the topic is, but I will be there. Hopefully I can shower real quick before. It will be in the level 2 group. If you're not in level 2, let me know. Send me a PM. I think you two are. So, okay. So I think that's everything. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. But if you don't have questions, then we can just end it here. No? Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. I'm going to post the recording, and hopefully the rest of the team can catch up. So thank you guys so much for coming. Bye.